Hello soulmates, welcome back again to the channel. Today my name is Jenny. So today's video is the cutting and sewing of those beautiful gown as you can see on the screen. So I made a similar gown like this on my channel, and a lot of people have been complaining that they don't understand how I cut the under bust part and the waist area. Okay, so I've decided to make this other part of the dress, and I think I explained well and better on this. So if you find it difficult to understand the first one, I think this other one will help. So if this sounds like what I'm interested to learn, guys, keep on watching and don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, like and share those videos. Thank you to my returning subscribers. So let's get into it. Welcome back again, soulmates. So guys, these are the fabrics I'm going to be using for today's tutorial. So I have my Ankara fabric of 2.5 yards, then I have this plain fabric which is half yard. Okay, so you can make use of any plain fabric you have. So let's go ahead and draft out the pattern. So I'm going to be drafting it out on my paper, then come down by 1 inch for the starting line, so because it's going to have a ruche at the shoulder. Then after that, I'm going to divide my shoulder measurement by 2, which is 7.5. Then I'm going to determine the length of the sleeve, which is 12 inches. So go ahead and determine the length of your sleeve. Okay, so after doing that, now the next thing I'm going to do is to go ahead and connect them together like so. Please, you have to pay attention on this particular drafting of the pattern. So the next thing I'm going to do is to mark 3 inches for my neck width. Then for the neck depth, I'm going to come down by 8 inches. Neck depth of the front is going to be shorter than that of the back. So for the back, I'm going to make use of my bust point, which is 10 inches. So that is how I want it to be. Then I'm going to just connect it like this with a V shape like this. Okay, so it's going to have a V neckline. So just connect it all the way like this. So after doing that, coming to the sleeve opening, I'm going to come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope like so. So after doing that, connect it all the way like this to the shoulder area. Then after doing that, I'm going to just come down by my armhole length, which is 8. Then I'm going to add 1 inch to that, making 9 inches. So I'm going to place my tape on the shoulder line like this, and I'm going to come down by 13 inches, which is my under bust. So go ahead and come down by your under bust length. Okay, so mine is 13 inches. You can see that line. So the next thing to do is to measure what you have on the shoulder area and place it right on the under bust line. Okay, so just place it, then go in by 3 inches. So you can see what I'm doing. Then you connect all the points like this. So when you go in by 3 inches, you're going to have this curve right at this sleeve area like so. Okay, so after doing that, now the next thing I'm going to do is to place my tape like this, 13 inches on that my under bust line. I'm going to get my half length, which is 16.5. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is to divide my under bust by 4 and add 1 inch to that on the under bust line. Then coming to the waistline, divide your waist measurement by 4 and add 1 inch for stitching allowance. You can see what I'm doing. Then connect it like this. Then the next thing to do is to come down from the waist area by 7 inches, which is going to serve as the hip area. Okay, so just determine whatsoever is your hip area, just come down. Then I'm going to just divide my hip by 4 on that hip line. Okay, so we are not going to make use of the hip line. Okay, it's going to serve as a guide. Then towards the side, I'm going to come down from the waistline by 2 inches, then connect it all the way like this to the center front. So towards that center front, I came down by 5 inches. Okay, for the basque. I hope you understand. From the center front, I came down by 5 inches for the basque. So just connect it like this. Then after doing that, now I'm going to add my stitching allowance on the shoulder. So just add 1 inch stitching allowance at the shoulder area, because you're going to have a ruche at that part. Okay, so this is it, guys. So after doing that, the next thing I'm going to do is to go ahead and cut this out. So towards the under bust area was the part that was so confusing for a lot of people on the previous video I did, because I cut out the upper part and the down part separately on the previous video. Okay, so that is why I've decided to cut them together now like this. You can see. So I hope this is very clear to those of you that was sending me message that the previous video was not clear enough. So after cutting it out, this is what we have. So the difference between this particular video and the previous video is that the center front is going to be on fold. Okay, it's going to be on fold. So I'm going to cut this on my fabric, and I'm going to add my necessary stitching allowance at the bottom part. Okay, on the down part I'm going to add my allowance, on the upper part and the lower part. The side, I'm not going to add any allowance at the side because we have added it on our pattern. So guys, I've gone ahead to cut it out on my fabric, and this is what we are having, guys. You can see what I was saying. The center front is on fold. You can see that part, not the V area, the other part that the V area was not up to, so it was on fold. Okay, after cutting your center front, the next thing to do now is to cut out the neck area of the back, and I'm going to just place this on my fabric. Then I'm going to add my zip allowance. So guys, this is it for the back. I added my zip allowance and I added my 1/2 inch at the lower part, so you can see what we have right here. So this is for the back. Okay, now this is the basque area. I've gone ahead to cut it out. I added my zip allowance also of 1.5, then added 1/2 inch at the lower part and at the upper part. So this is the front. You can see the front is on fold. It's not slitted at the center front, so this is it. Just add allowance of 1/2 inch at the bottom and at the upper part. So guys, I've gone ahead to cut out my facing because it's going to have a facing. Okay, I'm going to make use of a facing. If you like, you can go ahead and pipe it, but I want to make use of facing, so I've cut it out. I'm going to place it like this, right side facing, and I'm going to stitch up the neck area of the front. You can see. Then coming to the back also, I also cut out a facing for it, so just go ahead and place it like this, right side facing. You can see the way I'm placing it. Then you go ahead and stitch it up at the neck area and also at the zip area. Then I'm also going to close up the shoulder of the front and the back together. So guys, after stitching up the shoulder, this is what we have, and I've also gone ahead to create my casing for the rope at the shoulder. Okay, so to create your casing for the shoulder is very easy. Just go ahead and fold in the allowance you have. Remember, we added 1 inch for the shoulder area, so go ahead and fold it in like this. You can see, then you sew it. That is it. So I've gone ahead to do it on the other part. So for me, on this particular video, I don't want the casing to be up to my neck area. I don't want it to get to the neck area. So what I did, I measured from the sleeve opening all the way to 12 inches. That is where the casing is going to stop. Okay, and this is the rope, so I'm going to just insert the rope in like this. You can see, please make sure you hem the sleeve opening. Okay, just fold in that sleeve opening part, don't forget. So I'm going to just insert the rope through the spaces I have. You can see, so if you don't really understand how I got the spacing, you can go ahead and check out the other video. I think I explained well better on that particular area of this rope. You can see on the inserting of the rope. Okay, so this is it, guys. So I'm just going to insert the rope in like this. So this is the other rope. I'm trying to insert it also on this other casing area. Okay, so after doing that, now the next thing I'm going to do is to take it to my sewing machine, and I'm going to just stop stitch it on the right side like this to hold the ropes together, so that by the time I ruched it up, it's going to reach up. So this is it, guys. You can see how I ruched it up and it's not moving all around. Okay, so guys, the next thing now to do is to go ahead and gather up the bottom part. You can see, so just gather up the front and the back under bust area. Okay, so just gather it up. Then after doing that, I used my needle and thread in doing this. So towards the neck area that facing, I will advise you to make use of your hemming gum. Okay, or you tack it any way you want. So I'm going to just stitch this like this with the basque area, that is the bottom part, which is the plain fabric. So I'm going to just stitch it up like so. Make sure you gather the underbust to fit on that basque area, that plain fabric. I hope you understand. And I also cut out a lining for it. So guys, also for the back, I'm going to do the same. So I'm going to just gather it up, you can see, and make sure it fits on this plain fabric. You can see, make sure it fits on the plain fabric. So guys, after doing that, this is what we are having. You can see that it's already coming out. So I've gone ahead to stitch it up, and this is it. So the next thing we are going to do is to add up the lining. So to add up the lining, you're going to make sure the wrong side of the Ankara fabric is facing upward. Then you place your lining like this. Okay, so you place your lining and you're going to just stitch it up. So after stitching up the lining at the underbust, you're going to turn it, and you will see that all the rough edges will be hidden inside. Okay, see that the rough edges will be hidden inside. So I'm also going to stitch up the side, which is the main fabric and the lining together at the side. So take in the Ankara part inside like this to achieve it. So after doing that, this is what we have. You can see how neat it's looking. So the next thing to do now is to stitch up the side. So I'm going to use my underbust measurement at the underbust area divided by 4, and I'm going to just place it like that. Okay, so go ahead and do yours. Divide your underbust by 4, and also at the waist area you come down to your half length, divide your waist measurement by 4, and you place it there. Just mark it there. Okay, so just take your body measurement the way you know how to do it best. Okay, so this is what I'm doing now. Coming to the hip area, I took out just half inch from my hip measurement. Okay, so to fit at that hip area, or you can take maybe up to 1 inch, so depending. So this is it, guys. After stitching it up, this is what I have at the side. You can see what we are having. So please make sure you cut out the excess thread. So this is what it's looking at the wrong side. So now I'm going to attach the bottom part, which is going to be the gather area. So I'm going to just attach it. The fabric I used was just 2.5 yards. If you're making yours, please make use of 3 yards to 3.5 yards, so that you can have a full gather at that bottom part. Okay, so for me it was not enough. You can see that I even join it at the middle because I have to cut it out. I think I was having up to, I think the fabric remaining was up to about 1.5 yards, so I have to just cut and join. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So if you want yours to come out really well, please make use of enough fabric. Make use of enough fabric. Don't be stingy with your fabric. So the next thing I'm going to do is to turn this to the right side. You can see, then I'm going to attach these gathers on the upper part. You can see towards the basque area. So you're going to get the midpoint of the bottom part and also the midpoint of your basque. Then you sew it all the way to the back area. So guys, after stitching, this is what we are having. You can see the basque at the front, how it's looking. You can see, and so the next thing I'm going to do is to hem the bottom part. You can see, then this is the back. You can see how the back is looking. So I'm going to add my zipper at the back. Okay, so I'm going to add my zipper at the back. So guys, after adding the zipper, this is what the zipper is looking. You can see how the back is looking so beautiful. So I've gone ahead to hem the bottom part. This is the back view. You can see how the back view is looking like. So let me show you the front view. So this is the front view, guys. You can see how the basque came out so well. I really love this dress. It's giving already. So let me know what is in your mind on the comment section. Do you think the combination worth it? Do you think it's giving? Do you think the combination is really giving? So guys, this is what it looks on me. This is what it looks this beautiful baby girl, you can see. So this is it. I think I love this dress so much. You can see how it's looking on me. So guys, I hope this interests you. I hope this tutorial was really explained. I hope you gain 1 or 2 things from it, guys. So if you do, don't forget to support your girl. Okay, so I'm open to any sponsorship and support for this channel so that we can continue to give you our best. Please don't forget to support us. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. See you in our next video. Bye.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train, years in this lane.